Don't worry about the bots. They're working for me. Hello, Russell Dorsey, Brotherhood Initiate. Welcome to Fort Atlas. Of course. What you want to know? The Brotherhood of Steel is well, I guess you'd call it a military organization. Founded originally out in California around when the bombs fell. We're dedicated to rebuilding society and preserving old technology. Keeping the mistakes of the past from being repeated, you know? One of the members from California could tell you more, I'm sure. Oh, it's an honor. I know that sounds like some recruiting poster nonsense, but really, it is. I finally feel like I'm part of something meaningful. Building a better world alongside other people who've committed their lives to that cause. Sure, sometimes it means doing guard shifts in the rain, but hey, small price to pay for real purpose, right?
Word is, the Brotherhood needs new soldiers.
Pretty sure that's strategic information I'm not supposed to just give out to anybody that asks. What do you need? Looking to sign up? Or just curious? Well, either way, I guess it's not me you want to talk to. Most of the fort's off limits to civilians, but if you're interested, Knight Shin's in charge of the new recruits. He's very serious about protocol and security, so you'll have to speak to him first if you want to get anywhere. Brotherhood's always looking for good tech, if you find any.
I have real duties to attend to. The outer perimeter is still unsecured, the provisions aren't properly stowed, and we're awash in hopefuls. I have no time to be babysitting civilians.
Your duties are what I say they are, Knight. Your objections are noted, but this is a direct order from your commanding officer. Help us put on a good face for the local people. We've just moved into their backyard. They're nervous. Show them we mean no harm.
If you insist, Paladin. If there's nothing further, I'll have the completed report on your desk shortly.
I expect nothing less from you. As you were, Shin.
Paladin.
How did I see it before?
Greetings, civilian.
Do not attempt to access the secure parts of this facility, civilian. We are watching you. If you're here with a request for the Brotherhood, get in line. I don't have time for you right now.
This is my place. My mission.
Knight Daniel Shin, Brotherhood of Steel, 1st Expeditionary Force. We've got important work to do here, so get to the point. Diddy! Initiate Dorsey is supposed to be manning his post at the entrance, not acting as my secretary.
We're here to protect the people.
I am not known by my initiates for tolerating foolishness, outsider. Persist in that tone, and you will learn how much less I tolerate it from civilians.
One day I'll make night.
If we accept you as an initiate, and that is far from certain, you would be pledging yourself to our order and our cause. Our order exists to locate, secure, and protect dangerous technologies. Humanity cannot be trusted with the means to destroy itself. We will not allow another apocalypse.
Got to be getting back to the farm soon.
Initiate Dorsey is too trusting, but I can't fault his commitment. Perhaps he sees something in you worth our interest. Are you another aspirant to our order? If you mean that, then you are right. But if that's sarcasm, I recommend you stow it. Immediately. Normally, I'd stick you with the other hopefuls until we decide whether you're worthy. But, if you're serious about joining us, you've got good timing. There's something you could do for me that would help the Order and demonstrate your qualities as a candidate. We've had a number of civilians show up here at Fort Atlas, asking for one thing or another from the Brotherhood. People are afraid, or want something, or are looking to involve us in local squabbles. Civilian outreach is not my specialty. There's too much left to do to secure this facility. If you're really interested in helping, save my time. Interview the petitioners, find out what they want, and report back to me. Do this right. Don't make me regret giving you the opportunity. Conduct yourself properly, and we can consider putting you forward as an initiate candidate.
This concrete place is
I am not a receptionist, civilian. I have actual work to do.
I have my eye on you. The settlers want to rebuild, but they're only looking to the future. We need to understand the past as well, or we'll make the same mistakes going forward.
Hope this lot's true to their word.
We should spend less time mourning for Defiance and more time here, where Appalachia's future will be decided.
Ooh, imagine the stuff you could smash in that power armor.
I imagine the
Fort Atlas is in good hands. Night Shin's trained as well.
Shame.
I should be getting...
Yes. Something I can help you with? I am waiting to speak with a Brotherhood representative. I have no interest in small talk with strangers. Perhaps I spoke too hastily. I can be rather unthinkingly brusque. Dr. Edgar Blackburn, at your service. Are you working with this Night Shin? What has he said to you? I had heard that the Brotherhood possessed advanced technology. As a doctor and a scientist, this was of great interest. My research is always in need of equipment and materials rather difficult to obtain by scavenging and bartering. I came to see if an arrangement could be made, but from what I can see of their operations, they are as yet still in too much disarray. Given the state of my fellow supplicants, I would hypothesize that their needs likely outweigh my own. Very well. What did you wish to know?
Farm soon.
I am sure you have more interesting things to do than listen to a poorly socialized wasteland doctor talk about himself. In short, I trained in multiple specialties before the war, and had a brief career as a research scientist prior to the bombs dropping. Finding myself fortunate enough to survive, I have continued my research, such as it is. Now I focus on the health of the people of Appalachia. Please do not ask me to examine any strange growths. I am not that kind of doctor. It would be difficult to express it in layman's terms. No offense intended. In essence, I have been studying the illnesses of Appalachia. For too long, people have relied on folk remedies and makeshift medicines. The long-term effects of this environment are concerning. Just because the radiation is survivable does not mean it is safe. Their hygiene standards are better than the lot at Crater, but no, I'd prefer to work in solitude. One day, perhaps, my research will be of benefit to them and all the other people of Appalachia. Very well, then. Perhaps we can be of assistance to one another, should our paths cross again.
Hope this lot's true to their word.
appear adequate, if rushed. Did you wish to speak with me?
Something I can do for you. Well, now look at you. You with these Steel brother fellas? I've been waiting a good spell to talk to them. Well, it's about time. I'd like to die of old age waiting on them. Name's Artnap. So, what's this Knight fella sent you for? A fair trade's what I want. I've heard stories about these Steel types back in the day. They was going around taking things from folks. For the cause, they said. Yeah, like that don't make them raiders too. Well, I ain't got much, and I already got to worry about raiders. So, I reckon it's better to make a deal up front. My farm don't produce much, but I got some extra, and I expect they'll have a use for it. In return, I want these Steel boys and girls to keep raiders away from my farm. Heard a lot of noise they was on our side. So, seems fair. I'm not going anywhere just yet. Shoot. Ain't much to tell. Been a farmer one way or another, all my life. My daddy before me, and so on. Set up in these parts after I heard it was safe again. Turned out, there's plenty of raiders fixing to take what ain't nailed down. Ain't much use bellyaching about it, but neither am I just gonna roll over and let some bullies take what's mine. Got seed in the ground right now. I ain't yet seen a raider willing to scrabble in the soil for seeds, so I reckon it'll get by till I'm back. Before they bombed the daylights out of everything, folks used to pay taxes in exchange for the government doing what it was supposed to do. Raiders will just take everything.
I do not tolerate.
This is a trade. Fair is fair, and a deal's a deal. I ain't care for people poking their noses into my business, but if a bushel or two to these Brotherhood keeps the raiders away, I can live with it. Could be. This will be enough to see those raiders gone.
Fortifications appear adequate, if rushed.
This place is kind of a dump.
Make it quick if you would. My bones ain't getting any younger.
Military-grade hardware, more common amongst the ones from California.
Ooh, imagine the stuff.
What is it now?
Hey! Yeah, you. Who do I need to talk to around here? You know, about the guns? You don't look like one of these Brotherhood yahoos. Name's Tally Lane. What's your deal?
The California members show no signs of infectious.
I just told you, dummy. Tally Lane. Just another chick trying to make it in the wasteland. You know? Who, me? Nah. Nah. Cool as a cryo grenade, me. Definitely. Shin? He the scary guy with the stick up his butt? Alright, shoot. Yeah, that's right. Big shiny guns. Now, all the talk in the area is about these Brotherhood folks with their high-tech toys, and I thought, Tally, you gotta get some of that. For self-defense, of course. Just so me and some of my poor, innocent friends can protect ourselves from all the nasty folks out there.
Speak or go away.
Okay, I get it. Promises backfire all the time. Well,
Get at it.
go get him, Tiger.
Hope this lot's true to their word.
The efficiency of Brotherhood response to visitors is lacking.
Bunch of stiffs around here.
Make it quick if you would. My bones ain't getting any younger.
Better have something useful to say to me. What? Oh, hey, sorry about that. You're right, ain't right me blowing up on you like that. I'm just really wound up, and none of these Brotherhood types are giving me the time of day. Oh, can't even come to me himself? What, he needs to requisition some more armor polish? All right, keep it cool, Sean. So, what's he got to say to me?
California members show no signs of infectious disease outside the territory.
The problem is that a couple of these Brotherhood clowns showed up and took a bunch of my stuff at gunpoint. Now, I'm a peaceful man. I really am. Sure wasn't equipped to deal with armed thugs requisitioning the little I've managed to put together for myself. Never understood the Raiders. I like the quiet life. I don't need much, and I need trouble less. But after this, I get it. I came here to give the Brotherhood a chance to make things right. Else maybe I go to Crater and start doing things their way. At least they don't pretend to be the good guys.
If I don't sleep tonight, I should be able to get this list done.
I'm never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort. When do I get to go out and prove?
All right. What else did you want? I'm a scavenger mainly. Always been pretty good with a set of tools, so I do all right for myself, scrapping and fixing things. I trade what I find or fix with the folks at Foundation when I need something I can't get otherwise. Mostly, I like to be left alone.
New recruits, night shifts, training, weapons, and a base like this.
Don't blow me off like I'm making this up. These people have a responsibility to fix this. They had the power armor, and they said they were Brotherhood. Sorry I didn't make sure to ask proof when they had me at gunpoint. Listen, I don't have much, but what's mine is mine, and these people took that from me. The Brotherhood pretends like they're noble, but then they let this happen? In their name? Raiders don't act like something they're not, and at least the gangs defend their own. Then tell them, and get them to do something about it.
Someone returned their gun to the wrong place again. Do I need to call a seminar on this?
This better be worth it.
This is a security office, not a social club. Have you finished the task I gave you? Good. Let's get this done. I have the list from their arrival. Give me the high-level overview.
Find, protect, and preserve. Go home. Let us take care of things.
The Brotherhood is not a charity, and our mission does not cover providing civilians with equipment to pursue their personal interests. Unless the doctor intends to provide that research to the Brotherhood exclusively, and under our supervision, he will get nothing.
Everything makes sense now. This is my place. My mission.
That shows commendable discipline. Scribe Valdez may have interest if he returns, but if so, he is her problem. That appears to resolve the matter on our end. Next report.
Getting back to the farm soon.
We are not mercenaries here to serve as guards for anyone with some goods to trade in payment.
Take the old and forge it anew.
That's irrelevant. The Brotherhood cannot simply be hired out to every farmer and homesteader. We have our own concerns. Enough about that. What's next?
What the heck does advictorium even mean?
No. We are not arms dealers.
The elders have so much to teach us. I hope I'll get to meet them in person someday.
There was never any circumstance in which I would authorize weapons to that woman. But your vigilance is noted. Moving on. Impossible. Whatever happened, it was not us.
One day I'll make night. Then I'll show those windows whose
That sounds like something Paladin Romani would say. But what he believes is of no concern of ours. Our people did not rob this man. We are not involved, and it should remain that way. That's everything. Against my initial judgment, you have shown that you can take orders and make yourself useful for the Brotherhood. You need to lose those soft civilian instincts, but I will make note of your assistance in my report to Paladin Romani. Should you wish to join our ranks, I will not oppose your enlistment. I grant you permission, provisionally, to enter the compound proper. Go to our scribe Valdez. You will need her support as well if you want Paladin Romani's attention. What I am going to do is make the recommendations I see fit in my report to Paladin Romani. As the commanding officer, the final decisions will be hers. And your concern in the matter ends here.
the past as well, or we'll make the same mistakes going forward.
Getting back to the farm soon.
Be vigilant, outsider.
I don't know what a gauss
The
is.
only reason you should be back here is if you're
I
ready to
want
give your
it.
report.
Advictorium. We'll make Advictorium.
We'll make Atlas stronger than everything makes sense now. This is my place.
Training, weapons, and a base like this, we're gonna be invincible. someday. One day I'll make night. Then I'll show those readers who's boss. We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild America. Take the old and forge it anew.
Anything tries to attack, be ready.
Protection. I have everything I need. There's so much to teach us. How did I say it before? I should have been to be a scribe when I'm on patrol day and night. I'm never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort. How do I get to go out and prove my worth? Old world science solved a lot of problems back in the day, but look what else it brought. I'm glad we guard our tech closely. If anything tries to attack, we'll be ready.
Look what else we got. Glad we guard our tech closely.
Someday I'll make night.
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was.
I'm never gonna make a name for myself.
Should see if anyone needs help with anything. Ad Victorium. Hey there.
I can't wait to tell Max about my latest patrol.
Everywhere, but all standard models. Surely there's something more to...
Never forget the heroes of Fort Defiance.
The fight is just beginning. Stay disciplined. I can do more than just fight. But how do I show that I'm fit to be a scribe when I'm put on patrol day and night?
To think of everywhere we've been, this whole place may hold the most promise.
like this, we're gonna
I
be
wonder what
invincible.
legacy I'll leave to the scrolls.
Others have so much to teach us.
I try Valdez to retune my power armor.
I needed Scribe Takano. I wish you were here too. Staying safe out there. Hello, civilian. I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly are you doing up here?
Never gonna make a name.
Did he now? Knowing Knight Shin, I'm guessing that's not exactly how it went down. But if you're a prospective initiate, then I guess we're both in luck. Paladin Romani makes the call on new recruits, but the Knight and I have some influence. It just so happens I'm in need of someone to help me out on a little mission. If you're interested, I can bring you along and put you to work. Do a good job, and I'll send a recommendation your way. How about it? Didn't even have to think about it, did you? Let me give you a quick rundown of the mission before we start. Our new base is littered with old technology, but there's something in particular I want to investigate. It's down in the bowels of this place, a part of Atlas that we've cornered off. I'm not keen on going alone, so I'd like some backup. Any questions before we start? Great! Unfortunately, I need to finish up a few things here. Head downstairs and I'll meet you in a bit.
The Scorched, the Raiders, the Ghouls. If anything tries to attack, we'll be ready.
Old world science solved a lot of problems. What else? I'm glad we guard our tech closely.
Calibrate this.
We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild America. We are all links in the chain, bound in brotherhood.
Good, you're here. So, how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from before the war. Are you trying to get on my good side? Because that's how you get on my good side. But enough about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs and see what we can turn up.
Back at it!
This must be Dr. Hammond, Atlas's lead scientist. We recovered some of his holotapes and logs in our initial sweep of the area. This tech down here is his heritage, and he couldn't give it up. Even after the war, I should make arrangements for a proper burial. Here's a document. Here's one. I think this is good. Let's talk for a sec. That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. So the project was in bad shape after all? I knew it sounded too good to be true. Fascinating. Wow, this is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it? I wasn't supposed to show you any of this. I guess you're right. There's only so much I can tell you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory before the war. That was just a front. The military conducted research here. Pretty advanced research. We're down here to investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood. I did ask you to help, after all. It's only fair you're prepared for what you might find. Now, let's follow up on some leads from this report. I'd like to do a quick inspection of some key components that should be nearby. There's probably a terminal around here. If it's still running, we can do a diagnostics test. That will tell us about some of the less accessible hardware. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lot of pressure. Let's find the release valve for that and give it a spin, see what happens. Finally, the lower core on this level should have a wiring box. Why don't we take a glance at that to get an idea of the electrical hookups? The diagnostics test can tell us the state of some key components that we won't be able to test manually. Keep an eye on the state of each component and we'll want to look into them after the initial check. Should be a simple inspection. You can have point, but I'll be looking over your shoulder the whole way. Take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after. Interesting. Alright, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues. Flux disruption in the induction loop, intake valves ruptured, and the ion focus? Misaligned. Problematic to say the least. Next, we have the release valve. That went... Well, what was your assessment? It certainly did. I'm going to mark that down as bad. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were... Yep. I think the warm reception they gave us also points to that. Okay, well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, you're handling yourself well, so far. A fair point. We have a saying among the scribes. Through discourse, we gain strength. This wasn't discourse. It was a test. I can't blame you for being upset. I wanted to see if you would pay attention. And I have my answer now. Sorry if I angered you. I'm worried about what our inspection turned up. There are a few parts I'd like to extract and examine in my lab. There's the pressure gauge, the core processor, and the ion focus. They should be upstairs. There's a lot I can learn from examining them, if we can pull them out and get them back to my lab in decent condition. I want to take some notes on the core up there, so I'm going to leave the parts removal to you. Each extraction will be a little different, but in general, you'll want to use a light touch. I want the components in good condition, so please be careful. Any questions, or are you ready to get started? I'm counting on you. Let's see what you can do. Pick up the induction coil up there on the machine core. That doesn't sound good. Whew. Whatever you did up there, the security system sure didn't like it. Thanks for the backup. I doubt I could have handled that on my own. Now that that's over with, let me take a look at what you've collected. The pressure gauge looks like it's in good condition. The core processor is pristine. Good work on that. The ion focus looks usable. Impressive. The induction coil seems fine. That's a relief. And what is this? This is... Is this ultrasight? Fascinating. This looks like some kind of compact power source. None of the documents, none of the terminals said anything about this. Did this power the whole machine? The fuel of the future. I'd heard the stories, but to think I could hold so much energy in my hands like this? Project Atlas may be beyond our power to repair, but we might have something here. I expected the machine to use a small reactor's worth of energy, but they condensed that into a container I can hold in my hands. Oh, I could do a lot with this. You were a big help. I'm sure you have what it takes to be an initiate, and soon. Here, take this letter to Paladin Romani. She'll make the final call on letting you into the Brotherhood, but my wreck may tip the scales. I'm going back upstairs to take a look at these components. I need to catalog our findings. If nothing else, this ultrasight battery has piqued my interest. There's a lot I could learn from reverse engineering it. Oh, I'm giving you access to my private terminal, too. It has all the logs we recovered from when we moved in. After what we just went through, I think you deserve to know more about Project Atlas. Take a look if you get some free time. Thanks again for your help, and good luck with the Paladin.
Thank you all for watching again, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.